video we will discuss about psoriasis. What is psoriasis? Psoriasis is a chronic relapsing condition which affects skin, nails, and joints. Now, mainly it is a disease of skin, and the characteristic lesion is you find plaques or papules on the skin which are reddish in color, that is erythematous plaques or papules are seen with silvery white casts, with silvery white scales. So if you see over here, this is the typical picture. So you have a erythematous area, okay, that is reddish area, and over it there are silvery white scales which are seen. So this is a picture of your psoriasis. Now what is now going to the clinical picture. Persons of all ages can develop the disease, and it is also associated with many other diseases, such as the person is prone to develop arthritis, such as the name of arthritis is also given as psoriatic arthritis. Myopathy, enteropathy, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome can also occur. So this is all. Now going to the clinical picture, how does the lesion look like in the person? We will discuss the clinical picture, then we'll go to the histology part, then the pathogenesis part. So the clinical picture is that it affects the skin of your elbows, knees, scalp, lumbosacral area, intergluteal area, glans penis. The how does the lesion look like? We already discussed. It is a well demarcated area. It is erythematous, flat like a plug, and has silvery white scales all over it. So this is the lesion of the skin. Now it will depend upon the severity. According to the severity, the lesion will change. Okay, the intensity of scaling, the intensity of area involved can vary. Then other areas which can be involved are nails. So in nails you can see yellow brown discoloration with pitting, dimpling, also such much that it can lead to separation of nail plate from the underlying bed, that is known as oncholysis. Thickening or clumping can also occur. Now variations from the normal can also occur. There is a specific variant known as pustular psoriasis. Here what happens is, in your erythematous plug area you see some pustules. Okay, so these pustules can be very well localized, that is only present on hands and feet, or they can also be generalized and can also lead to septic shock in that person. So depending upon the severity, the pustular psoriasis can also have two forms, localized or generalized. Other variation can exist in forming the how the lesions look like. It can be annular, linear lesions can be seen, serpiginous lesions can also be seen. Going to the histology, which is the very important part and very characteristic of psoriasis. To understand the histology, let's briefly understand what a normal skin looks like. Okay, there is the epidermis. Okay, this is your epidermis, and below that there is dermis. Okay, this is dermis, this is epidermis. Epidermis has further many layers. This is stratum corneum, that is acellular keratin layer. Stratum corneum, which is the acellular part, does not have any nucleus. This projections downward into the dermis are known as rete. And then you have many other layers present in between, like stratum basale at the end, then granulosum, spinosum. These are all the layers which are seen in the skin. Okay, now what happens in case of your psoriasis? First thing is, you have marked epidermal thickening, that is known as acanthosis. That means whole of the epidermis will be thickened. Second part which happens is the rete ridges. They grow downward. There is downward elongation of rete ridges, such as they look like there are test tubes present in the rack. So these thing, rete ridges, they will grow like this. Okay, there will be downward projection and they will look like there is test tube present in the rack. Then other thing which will happen is parakeratosis. You will see parakeratosis. Parakeratosis means there is nucleus which are present in case of stratum corneum. So here in the picture you can see this is the normal skin and this is the skin in the case of psoriasis. You have parakeratosis. Parakeratosis means the nuclei are present in the stratum corneum. Then second, you can see normal rete ridges, they are like this. Okay, here you can see the rete ridges, they are elongated. It appears like they are test tubes in a rack present. Okay, such appearance is there. Now in between the rete ridges, this is first rete ridge. Okay, let's take an example. This is second rete ridge. In between them you can see there is dilated capillary loops which are present. Now these capillary loops are such present that they just appear to touch the stratum corneum, because there is thinning over here. Okay, so this part gets thinned. You can see there is acanthosis. Okay, the epidermis whole is thicked. There is downward projection of rete ridges also there, but but this part of epidermis gets thinned out. Okay, because of that the capillaries are proliferating over here, and they are very likely, if the person scratches himself, they are likely to bleed. So this is also known as a sign which we will discuss. Auspitz sign is present in case of psoriasis. That means the patient will present with a reddish lesion which scales. Okay, has a whitish scale, and whenever he scratches himself he will complain that there is bleeding present. Okay, or bleeding spots are formed. This is the one feature in psoriasis. Now another feature of psoriasis is present of micro abscesses. Micro Munro abscess is seen. What is it? It is presence of neutrophils within the stratum corneum. Okay, presence of nuclei within the stratum corneum, parakeratosis. Presence of neutrophils within the stratum corneum, micro Munro's abscess. So here this is the histological picture. That was just a diagrammatic representation. This is the actual histological picture. So here you can see again, this is your stratum corneum, keratinized layer. Here between you can see nuclei which are present. Okay, otherwise it is pink only. You can see certain nuclei present. This is known as parakeratosis. Okay, then you can see the rete ridges which are projecting downwards. Okay, in between the rete ridges you can see some vessels are proliferating. Okay, so this is a picture of your psoriasis. We already discussed micro Munro's abscess, that are the neutrophils which are seen in stratum corneum. If these neutrophils are seen in superficial epidermis, it is known as spongiform pustules. These abscesses, if they get very large, they go into pustular psoriasis. Is in pustular psoriasis, larger abscess like accumulation of neutrophils will be seen just beneath the stratum corneum. So here you can see this is the micro Munro's abscess which is forming in the stratum corneum layer. Now going to the part of Auspitz sign. So we already discussed that if these are the rete ridges. Okay, in between there is proliferation of the capillaries. So whenever because there is abnormal proximity of the vessels within the dermal papilla, within the papilla, to the overlying parakeratotic scale, because here only scale is there, the length, the distance is very less. What will happen is multiple minute bleeding points can be formed whenever the scale is lifted from the plaque. This sign is known as Auspitz sign and is very characteristic of psoriasis. Next phenomena which is seen in psoriasis is known as Kobner's phenomena. What is it? Now, Kobner's phenomena means if the person is scratching himself and he scratches the normal skin also adjacent to the psoriatic skin, then the lesions can be induced in that area also. In normal area again, psoriatic plaques or lesions can be formed. So psoriatic lesions can be induced in a susceptible individual by local trauma. This is known as Kobner's phenomenon. Now this phenomenon also helps us in pathogenesis. Okay? This tells us that this is a little bit, it has a lymphocytic part. Okay, whenever there is scratching, the lymphocytes get activated, there is presence of cytokine storm which is happening, and this is lesion leading to lesion. Now going to pathogenesis. Now pathogenesis of psoriasis is very multifactorial. It has some genetic things, some environmental factors which are going on. So for the genetic part, okay, then there are some immune part also. Now going to the firstly the genetic part. It has some association with HLA-C. Okay, particularly 0602 allele. Okay, but it is not like that some all people having 0602 allele will develop psoriasis. Only 10% of the people they develop the psoriasis. Now going to the immune part of the psoriasis. So it is seen that CD4 cells and CD8 cells, they accumulate, they go enter into the skin and they accumulate in the epidermis. Okay, now these cells they create an abnormal microenvironment over there. They secrete cytokines, they secrete growth factors, and this leads to keratinocyte proliferation over there. The interaction between the CD4 cells, CD8 cell, dendritic cells which are present, the keratinocytes which are there, this all leads to something known as cytokine soup. That means many cytokines will be secreted over there, like interleukin 12, interferon gamma, TNF, interleukin 17. So these all will lead to the damage over there. So this is responsible for the your lesion in the psoriasis. So TNF is thought to be the major mediator in case of psoriasis. So many anti-TNF therapies also provide benefit and are currently in use. So this was all about the psoriasis. The main part is the clinical picture and the histology in the psoriasis, that is very diagnostic. Okay, this was all about psoriasis. Thanks for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe if you like this type of videos. Thank you.